Hello everyone, welcome to my class. In today's class, we will learn how to calculate the volume of a prism. So let's see what is a volume. The volume of an object is the amount of three-dimensional space that it occupies. So what is this three-dimensional space? So you might have learned earlier the shapes, 2D shapes, and then 3D shapes. So when we talk about 2D shapes, it will have length and width. So for example, square, rectangle. And when we speak about 3D shapes, it will have length, width, and height. For example, cube, cuboid, sphere, and so on. Now, what is a prism? A prism is a solid that has the same cross section along one length. So you have to know this cross section. So this is specific about the prism. Depending on the cross section, the name of the prism keeps on changing. So here you can see that there is a rectangular prism, there is a triangular prism, there is a pentagonal prism. So why we call them so? A rectangular, a triangular, or a pentagonal. We can also name them as hexagonal, a right triangle, a square-based prism. So it all depends on the shape of the cross section. Now let's see what is the cross section. So you can find that in this prism we have a rectangle here. And then you can find this rectangle throughout. At this end also you can find the rectangle. Okay, and when you slice it in between, wherever slice it means whenever you cut it in between, you will find the same rectangle everywhere. Now, see, in this triangular prism, you have triangle here. At that another end also you can find a triangle, and when we slice it in between we can find a triangle every time. So this is your cross section, and a prism is named based on its cross section. Okay, and this cross section is nothing but a polygon. So you know already what is a polygon. Polygon is a closed shape. It is a closed shape with all its sides straight. Okay, it will be a closed shape with all the sides straight, right? Now, see, now you have another kind of prism, that is a circular prism. We also call it as cylinder. So we will learn now how to calculate the volume of different kind of prism. Now the first is volume of a rectangular prism. A prism can be sliced into layers of same thickness because of its cross section, all with the congruent bases. What is the meaning of congruent bases? Congruent base means what you have at one end, the same exactly the same thing you will have another end also, right? So if at this end, at one end we have a triangle of some length, at the another also you will have triangle of the same length. Now, to calculate the volume of a rectangular prism, find the area of the base and multiply the height. Now, generally the volume of a prism, you have the formula. Volume of prism is area of cross section times length. Okay, or you can also call it as time the height. So you can see here, this is your rectangular prism, and here length, breadth, and the height is given. Now, see, calculate the volume of rectangular prism with length 9 meter, width 5 meter, height 2 meter. So, as I said, volume of prism is area of cross section times its height. So here the area of cross section will be the area of rectangle. Okay, now you see that area of rectangle times height. So we will take area of rectangle is length into width. So that is 9 into 5 and times height, that is 2. So you will get 9 times 5 45 times 2 is 90 meter cubed. Yeah. So this is nothing but volume of a cuboid. Now you can see here many different shapes. So as I said, the volume of a prism is area of cross section times its height. So you can see here these objects, they have uniform cross sections throughout, right? Here you have a cross section in L shaped, here you have a cross section of oval shaped, here you have an irregular shape, but this shape is throughout the same. So all these are different type of prisms. Let's see how to calculate the volume of these different kind of prism. So here we go. Calculate the volume of the rectangular prism with base length 6 centimeter, perpendicular height 3 centimeter and length 12 centimeter. So your base length is 6 centimeter, perpendicular height is 3 centimeter and the length is 12 centimeter. So you know already volume of prism is area of cross section times length. So your cross section is a triangle. So you will find area of triangle and then times with the length. So area of triangle is half base times the perpendicular height and then length is okay. So here this length. So half. Already it's given. Base length is 6, height is 3 and the length is 12. So you get the volume of prism as 3 times 3 times 12, that is 108 centimeter cubed. Right. Now, so your formula of prism is always area of cross section. The only changes you have to make in this is area of cross section. It keeps on changing depending on the shape or the depending on the cross section. So let's look at the another shape. So here you can find that we have a trapezoid here, or you can also say trapezium here. So here what will become the formula of volume of prism? Same it is, volume of prism is area of cross section times length. Now what is the cross section here? So here you have a trapezium. Now it means we have to find the area of trapezium and times it with the length. So the length we are talking about is this length. And now area of trapezium is half sum of the bases times height and then times length we will do. So let's plug in the values. So it will be 7 plus 4 times 5 times again 5. Now you can have half times 11 times 25. So this will be nothing but 275 over 2. So I can write this as 137.5. Let's say this is centimeter. You must mention the units. Yeah. So this is centimeter cube. I hope this is clear how to calculate the volume of a trapezoidal prism, right? Yeah. Let's see another shape. Okay, so here this prism has a compounded shape already. So you can see here you have a triangle as well as a rectangle. So we will find the area of this cross section, which is a compound shape made up of a triangle and rectangle. So the same rule applied here. Volume of prism equals area of cross section times length. Now, area of cross section here is area of triangle plus area of rectangle and then times length. So this is the length which we have to consider. Now, area of triangle. So look here. Here the whole length is 12 and here it is given this length is 7. It means this length is also 7. So if this length is 7, then here this perpendicular height will be 12 minus 7. So perpendicular height will be 12 minus 7, which is 5. So this is 5 and the base length is 5 because here we have 5 and this is a rectangular shape. So we can write area of triangle as half base times height plus area of rectangle as 7 times 5 and times 8. I hope this is clear to everyone. Now we can write here 25 over 2 plus 35 times 8. Now you see, so better we convert this 25 over 2 into decimals. So hence you have 12.5 plus 35 and whole times with 8. So you have here, this will be 47.5 times 8 and 8 fives 44, 8 sevens is 56, 0 6, 8 4 32. Yeah, and plus 6 is 8. So you get the answer as 380, right? Again, the units are not mentioned. So let me mention them as centimeter. So you can write your answer as the volume is 380 centimeter cubed. Now, let's see another shape. So here again, you see, this is the cross section, and this cross section is again a compounded shape. So here you have one rectangle, here at the base also you have one rectangle. So we follow the same rule. Volume of prism is equal to area of cross section times the length. So this is the length which is being mentioned here and the area of cross section. So here your area of cross section will become area of A times, sorry, it should be add area of B times length. Now what is area of A? See, the whole length is 6, but we have divided this shape like this. We have divided this shape like this. So here this is one rectangle and here we have another rectangle, right? So let's write the dimension. The whole length is 6 here, but here already it is given 1. So this is 1 and this one will be 1. So we will say this length will be 5 centimeter. And if you look here, this length is 2 centimeter. And for the shape B, here you have 1 centimeter and here you have 5 centimeter. So let's write what the area of A and area of B. So area of A is 2 times 5. So rectangle A is 2 times 5 plus rectangle B is 1 times 5 and times with the length, that is 5. So you will have here 10 plus 5 times 5, that is 15 times 5, that is nothing but 75 centimeter cubed. So your volume here is 75 centimeter cubed. Hmm? Yeah. Now let's see another shape. Okay. Yeah. So look at this shape. Now again, the cross section is looking little different. Here you can divide this cross section into three shapes. This is again a compounded shape. So here you can find one, and this is one shape, and this is the third shape. Okay. So I can say, let mention this as A, let this one be B, and this one will be C. Again, following the same rule, volume of prism equals area of cross section times length, and this length is this 5. Let's say all these are in centimeter. So area of cross section, here the cross section is in three parts, so I will say area of A plus area of B plus area of C times length. So what, let's write what is A now. See, very clearly it is mentioned here 1, and this side is also 1. So we can write this as 1 into 1. This is square shape only. Here also this is square shape. 1 into 1 plus. Now let's see about this one. So you can see here this shape C, in this rectangle C, here you have this length as 4. This is already mentioned. Then we have to write about this shape. So this part is 2. So we will take 1 from here, 1 plus 2 plus 1. Hence this shape is again a square of length 4 centimeter. So we will write here 4 times 4 times 5 here. So you get here 1 plus 1 plus 16 times 5. So now one thing is, no, we cannot say here is a mistake. This we cannot take the whole. This whole length is 4. So for this particular one, it will be, this is not going to be 4. Okay, the whole length here is 4. From here to here, the whole length is 4. So only this part will be 4 minus 1. That is 3. So we will write here 3 times 4, and hence we change it. 3 fourths is 12. Hence you get this as 14 times 5. That is 70 centimeter cubed. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, let's go to another shape. Now here you have, okay, so the cross section is different here. You can see, you can say that again this cross section is divided into three parts. See, 1, 2, and 3. So you can find three rectangles here. So let me mark this as A, B, C. So you know volume of prism is area of cross section times length. So this length is nothing but this here. These are same. So this is, let's say, 8 centimeter. Okay, now let's work on the area of cross section. So as I said, we have divided it into shapes A, B, and C. Now what will be the length, this height? So you can see here 2. So you can see here this length is 2, then this length is 2, and this length is 2. So this length comprises of this 2 plus 2 plus 2. So 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6. And this width will be 1. Okay, so area of cross section is nothing but area of A plus area of B plus area of C times L. So here you have 6, and now see for this rectangle 2 plus 2. So this will be 4, and this is same 1, and here it will be 2, and this length is, this width is 1. So we can plug in the values now. Area of A will be 1 times 6 plus area of B will be 1 times 4 plus area of C will be 1 times 2, and the whole length we have to multiply. Now this will give you 6 plus 4 plus 2 times 8. So 6 plus 4 plus 2 is 12 times 8, that is nothing but 96 centimeter cubed, right? So this is just, you have to work on the compounded shape, this one. If you get this correct, just multiply the length and you get the volume of prism. Easy, right? Now, let's go to the another one. Okay. So this is the last question of this topic. So here you have another kind of prism, that is a cylinder. Okay. So as we know, a volume of prism is, one moment. Volume of prism is area of cross section. Have a habit of writing the formula every time. You get marks for the formula as well. Now you see area of cross section. Here the cross section is a circle, and you know that. What is the area of circle? This is the length. Now area of circle is pi r square into L. So you can put the values. Pi as 3.14, r is the radius, so 4 squared times length is 10, right? So you can write this as 3.14 times 10 will give you 31.4 times 16, and then when you multiply, you get 502.4. So your volume is 502.4 centimeter cubed. So all I can say that to work on the volume of a prism, you have to be good at calculating the area of the cross section. That can be a circle, that can be any kind of polygon. So you have to be aware about the area of these different shapes. And then you can work on it. So if you have any questions, you can post in the comment box. Thank you for being end.